to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I know you're going to love the show tonight. We've been working really hard on it today, mostly trying to get rest from last night. And everybody is really keyed up for tonight, and I hope you are ready for a good evening. We're going to have a special guest come out and introduce the first act. She is on every Friday night at 10:30 on Channel 15. Who is it?
Good evening, darling. My name is Elvira, and as you know, I am mistress of the dark. You may have thought I was going to say darkness, but now I have it straight, and now it's dark. Do you like my dress? Maybe later we'll go a little more with that thought. People were asking me, Elvira, do you think it will be strange for you to wear this dress in front of the student body? And I said, why should it be? I wear this all the time when I teach. Every time I snap that overhead on, I look just like this. Do you agree with that? We have a really good show planned for you this evening, and we're going to move over here and see just what bit of macabre we have in store for you. Yes, sirree, Bob, we have a very good show planned. For the first number, would you like to see Miss Shindro play Madonna in Papa Don't Dance? That might be a little too far mature subject matter for this crowd tonight. How about Mr. O'Connor, the dean, playing Bon Jovi and Shot Through the Heart? Darlings, that might be a little too violent for us. Would you like to see Mrs. Shea as Cyndi Lauper in Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Oh, silly darlings, even the mummies know that that's old. I'm glad you got it. Do you agree with me that we have an SEXY male faculty here? Would you think you would like to see several of them do the ballet? Just try to imagine, if you will, Mr. Swertbigger, Mr. Adcox, Mr. Thrasher, Mr. Coriander, Mr. Vic Johnson, Mr. Webb, Mr. Foxfine, and Mr. Pascal. Do you really think they would be SEXY, darlings? Do you want to see them? Elvira can't hear you, darlings. Okay, well, maybe we'll start with that. I'll return a little later, darlings. Until then, enjoy the show.
I'm going to surprise you on that.
They all want that, darling.
the ballet. We'll bring them out a little later so you can take a good look at their legs. Good evening. We are here in Paris. We are about to have a great fashion show, one of the greatest fashion shows in the world. You're going to see some of the most stunning models you have ever seen in your life. Very many of them have kind of gone off of their diet, but we are going to have a look at some of the most stunning clothing you have ever seen. Our first model is Babs Bohemian, also known as the Bohemian Boxer. She has selected a dust there for early morning wear. It is a waffle bouquet with the ever-popular Peter Pan color. Please note the attractive copper button. Her feet are snugly encased in honey bun slippers with matching copper buttons. Her ensemble is accented with copper earrings and a dual-purpose headdress. Let's hear it for Babs Bohemian. Our next model is indomitable Irene, who is wearing a fashionable pinstripe suit. There are large, medium, and small lines. Notice the pinstripes. This is a very practical office fashion. Her handbag serves a dual purpose. What do you say about her? She's off to eat her lunch. Wearing the latest afternoon fashions for a stroll along the boardwalk in Cannes is Greta Garbo. She is wearing a colorful, broad, striped, low-length dress. Notice the fashionable four-buckle boots. Let's see your boots. Oh, they will keep her feet dry no matter how high the surf is. She has a beautiful floppy brim sunbonnet to keep the sun rays from her gorgeous face. She wears several necklaces to give that psychedelic effect. Accenting her costume is the beautiful straw bag and the matching earth tone of her dress. Thank you, Greta. Now, if you are looking for a late afternoon tea dress, you will be interested in our next model, Tessie Tissue. Her frock is made of the finest tissue fail and accented with tea tassels. She has an attractive scoop neckline. She has chosen a rolled hat to match her dress, and dainty T-strap pumps flatter her feet. Thank you, Tessie Tissue. Let's hear it for Tessie. Evening elegance is personified in our next model, the Washington High Bombshell. She wears a beautiful lacy 24-karat gown. Can you count the carats? Notice the plunging neckline. Clever accessories include a hold-everything mesh bag with dainty mitts. The hat is the newest spring model for wearing after 5. Note what is in the bag. It looks like it has everything. What is in the bag? Everything? What is in the bag? It looks like it has almost everything. Every everything but the kitchen sink. She has the kitchen sink also. Thank you, Washington High Volunteers. And now, for all you juniors, we have the belle of the beach, Miss Sandy Dunn, who is wearing the latest bathing apparel. A coverall bathing suit for complete sunburn protection. The blue long john, psychedelic sweat with matching belt and flip-flop, followed it up with the ocean that spins off the stars. This lovely sunbonnet, this matching red bag, are finishing touches for the ultimate in bed parallel. And for those areas not covered, she carries with her trusty sunblock number 15. Thank you, Sandy. Good luck with your tan. Last but not least is Tizzy Lizzy, who comes modeling a sensational nightwear. Note the lovely nightcap to hold her curly hair in place. The long flowing nightgown with purple trim. She wears matching purple animal slippers and socks. Look at those legs. Her accessories are an alarm clock and a hot water bottle to keep her snug and sexy during the night hours. Unfortunately, these are exclusive fashions you can only buy on the Champs-Élysées in Paris. But at least you had a look at them. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. That was planned. Was that funny? Okay, I'll tell you something. I was like on the phone, okay? And I was calling the funeral parlor, like I was trying to get a date. And they told me that everybody was busy, and they were installing a fence around the funeral parlor because people were just dying to get in there. Isn't Elvira funny, darling? She's also very pretty, don't you think? She's almost as pretty as that English teacher. What's her name? Sedaris? The next act is a twosome. Elvira just loves twosomes, don't you, darling? How about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? How about Frankenstein and his darling daughter? How about the Count Dracula and his lovely wife, the Countess? Do you like twosomes too, darlings? Yeah. Okay, along those same lines for you tonight, we have the devilish Tim Rocky and the ghoulish Kit Christopherson. I'll see you later, darling.
Did you see a smoke coming out of the curtain here? There's some teachers back there. I don't know what they're smoking. Do you believe in America? Do you believe in freedom? I don't believe you. I want to hear it. Do you believe in America? Do you believe in freedom? I don't believe you. I want to hear it one more time. For America. Do you believe in America? Well, I'll tell you what. I believe in America. I believe there were some people that didn't care about this. They might wanted to fight for America, but what happened was they couldn't. Why couldn't they fight for America? Why not? Let me tell you why. They had some problems with them. And let me tell you about the problems. They're all in the little song we're about to sing now. I'm just the typical American boy from the typical American town. I believe in God and Senator Dodd can keep an old Castro down. But when it came my time to serve, I knew better dead than red. So when I went to the old draft board, but this is what I said. Sir, I'm only 18, I got a rough shirt clean, and I always carry a purse. I got eyes like a bat, my feet are flat, and my asthma's getting worse. Oh, think of my career, my sweetheart dear, my poor old invalid aunt. Besides, I ain't no fool, I'm going to school, and I'm working in a defense plant. I got a dislocated disc and a racked up back, and I'm allergic to flowers and bugs. And when the bombshell hit, I'm going to epileptic fits, and I'm addicted to 1,000 drugs. I can't touch my toes, I can hardly reach my knees. And if the enemy comes close to me, I'll probably begin to sneeze. Sarge, I'm only 18, I got a ruptured spleen, and I always carry a purse. I got eyes like that, my feet are flat, and my asthma's getting worse. Oh, think of my career, my sweetheart dear, my poor old invalid aunt. Besides, I ain't no fool, I'm a-going to school, and I'm working in a defense plant. Well, I hate Gaddafi's lies, and I hope he dies. But I think you've got to see, if someone's got to go over there, that someone isn't me. So I wish you well, Sarge, give 'em hell! Kill me 1,000 or so. And if you ever get a war without blood and gore, I'll be the first to go. Sarge, I'm only 18, I got a ruptured spleen, and I always carry a purse. I got eyes like a bat, my feet are flat, and my asthma's getting worse. Oh, think of my career, my sweetheart dear, my poor old invalid aunt. Besides, I ain't no fool, I'm a-going to school, and I'm working in a defense plant.
Amid a small group of protests, we are still going to do a second number. Before we get into that, I'd like to say that this is a privilege for me to work with Tim. I knew him when he was going to college. He dated several girls at that time before he got married. I happen to know one of them quite well. She was a lovely thing. She had what we call early American features. She looked like a buffalo, and...
Hey, that's not fair. She shaved her beard off.
Well, after some prodding, yes. Tim used to say, look into her eyes and say, Luella, he'd say, Luella, I love to see your hair blowing in the wind. Wait a minute and I'll go get it for you, but that was... The name of this song, incidentally, is Get Out of the Garbage Can, Grandma, You're Not Appealing, or My father's name was Ferdinand, my mother's name was Liza, so when I was born, they called me Fertiliza. Let's sing it. Sent to the dean. Yes, and how many truants can one student get before the dean gets obscene? Yes, and how many times must the spitballs fly before they are no longer seen?
end. How many times will Wilford's class cheat? Before they no longer try it. Yes, and how many times will candy be sold before students no longer buy it? The answer, my friend, you'll learn at the end. The answer you'll learn at the end. How many cans can Coffee take before he runs out of gum? How many years can a freshman go before they are no longer dumb? How many stoners can Tommy take before they are seen as scum? My friend, you'll learn at the end. The answer you'll learn at the end. We lied to you, my friend. There are no answers in the end.
Let's have the house lights up for a second. How many freshmen are out there? Sophomores. Oh, they stayed home tonight to study for the test. I forgot. Juniors. That explains it. That's it. That's the problem. We wonder why you're so quiet out there. Juniors are very sophisticated. They just kind of watch quietly. Never get out of line or anything. Juniors never do anything wrong, right? Okay, we have to get serious for a minute. The state and the nation has been involved in very many projects to try to stem the tides of immorality and degeneration among youth and aged as well. The next announcement is an announcement, a public service announcement by the Society of Nerds for a Purer Society.
This is my buddy, Tommy.
He's Algie. He's Algie. Right, I can't do it. Can't. Right, yeah.
I can't do it.
Thanks a lot. I took a lot out of him. Anyway, we're here tonight. We want to get some audience participation. And, you know, it's not bad to say no to alcohol, drugs, and sex. So we want you to help us out with our cue cards tonight.
Let's go party, man.
It's not bad to say no.
Yo, fellas. I see what happened to Liberace.
It's okay to say no to that. I would.
Come to my place and I'll show you a good time.
Oh, gee, say no. Say no. Tell them to say no. Repeat. Just say.
Ooh, maybe.
Just say no, Algie. Just say.
That you went along with that little gizmo. Okay, how many of you eat in the cafeteria? How many of you like the food? You do? That's good. How many of you have ever said any bad things about the food? How could you do that? Well, the next time you're going through the cafeteria line, you're going to see this lady that's going to do this next act. And if you say anything bad, she's going to tap dance all over your face. And parking. And T for two. One more.
but I promise that I will return for the finale. I love finales, don't you, darling? End, death, and destruction. Elvira has a little poem for you before she leaves. Are you ready for a poem? Here it is. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, collecting her shell-shocked wits. I had to watch how I said that, darling. Do you know what I mean? Deja vu? Okay, you forgot it already, so I'll have to start over. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, collecting her shell-shocked wits, when there from a glider dropped an H-bomb beside her and blew little Miss Muffet to bits. Bits everywhere. Okay. Once again, death and destruction. We really love that, don't we, darling? Now, we have a group here all the way from Texas. Do you know that? I'm doing this, darlings, not you. Okay, but I want to ask you if you know about Texas, where they have cattle and we get our steak. Sometimes I have to buy a steak for my mummy. I knew you would like that, darling. Are you ready? Okay. I know you don't know what group is coming on, so I'll announce it now. Are you ready for this? Okay, I'll tell you. It's Z.
We have a new act to be introduced here. What's your name?
I'm Kim.
And what do you do in the show?
I'm a card-carrying enthusiast.
Anybody know what a card-carrying enthusiast is? I don't know. What's our next act?
Teen Angel.
Teen Angel.
pulled you out and we were safe, but you went running back. Teen angel, can you see me? Are you somewhere up above? And am I still your own true love? What was it you were looking for that took your life that night? They said they found my high school ring clutched in your fingers tight. Teen angel, can you hear me? Teen angel, can you see me? Are you somewhere up above? And am I still your own true love? Just sweet 16, and now you're gone. They've taken you away. I'll never kiss your lips again. They buried you today. Teen angel, can you hear me? Teen angel, can you see me? Are you somewhere up above? And am I still your own true love? Teen angel, answer me.
California is known for a lot of things. We're going to see some raisins now.
I'll try
Okay. We lost one of our raisins overnight. Are you getting the picture yet? I forgot to say that was a lovely dress she was wearing. This one seems to be even a little bit nicer. You like this one better? It is nice. I like it too. What's our next act?
Samurai Chef.
Here we go. Settle down. It takes a long time to clean up a mess that Chef Ichiban makes. And it rather is OLED up here also. Okay, our next act. We've had some of this show is not just put on by teachers. We've had cafeteria, maintenance, and so forth. Practically everybody's been involved. Our next act is called The Electric Gunfighter.
draw. 1, 2, 3. And at the count of 3, we will draw. 1, 2.
You know, teachers always complain about their jobs. Have you ever heard them complain about the kids? How tough it is, how little they get paid? Teachers ever complain? You know, I say this, that teachers are, you know, if they don't like their job, they can always quit and go to work. Right? Okay, there's a group here that's going to tell you what they would rather do if they were not a teacher.
If I were not a teacher, something else I'd rather be. If I were not a teacher, a plumber I would be. And as you pass me by, this is what you'd see. Plunge it, flush it! Look out below! Plunge it, flush it! Look out below!
If I were not a teacher, something else I'd rather be. If I were not a teacher, a garbage man I'd be. A garbage person. And if you passed me by, this is what you'd see. Stash it! Smash it! Keep America clean! Stash it! Smash it! Keep America clean!
Plunge it, flush it! Look out below! Plunge it, flush it! Look out below!
If I were not a teacher, something else I'd rather be. If I were not a teacher, a ninja I would be. And if you passed me by, this is what you'd see.
One kick will do, just like the show Kung Fu. One kick will do, just like the show Kung Fu. One kick will do, let's see what Kung Fu. One kick will do, just like the show Kung Fu. One kick.
Flush it, look out below! Flush it, look out below!
If I were not a teacher, something else I would rather be. If I were not a teacher, a rock star I would be. If you were to pass me by, this is what you would see. You shook me all. You shook me all night long. You shook me all night long.
Kick will do, just like the show Kung Fu. One kick will do, just like
You shook me all night long.
one kick will do.
teacher, something else I'd rather be. If I were not a teacher, a freshman girl I'd be. And if you pass me by, this is what you see. Against label and lace, oh, and makeup on my face. Yes, label and lace and makeup on my face. Yes, label.
You shook me all night long! You shook me all night long!
What is it? Will do. Just like the show comes through.
Makeup on my face.
Shook me all night long!
And trash it,
something else I would rather be. If I were not a teacher, a cheerleader I would be. And if you pass me by, this is what you see. Rah, 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 let's go team. 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 Rah, rah, rah.
You shook me all night long!
Places to go and people to kill, so you maggots, listen up. If I were not a teacher, something else I'd rather be. If I were not a teacher, a soldier boy I'd be. And if you pass me by, this is what you'd see. A gun in my hand, a suit so grand, oh my, I'd be a man. A gun in my hand, a suit so grand, oh my, I'd be a man.
And me, I just retire, I think. I've been here for 25 years at this school. You know how long that is? That is long enough to get senile. Uh-oh, here she comes again. It's Jimmy. Somebody knows what that word means. I know they do. An ecdysias. Go look it up at home when you get there. You like this outfit? Okay, I'm going to call off 5 numbers. That's, if you want it to be rated a 5, you cheer for 5. A 4, a little less, and so forth down the line. A 5 is the top number. How many of you rate this a 1? A 2? A 3? A 4? A 5? Boy, are you stupid. You could have seen it all if you hadn't rated that a 5. You were supposed to rate it a 3. What's the next act?
The bean song.
Some teachers have had tragedy in their childhood. Mr. Kopke is here to tell you about his.
You saw the thing that says the Bean song. Before I can sing to you the song, which I'll sing later, I have to tell you the Bean story, because otherwise the Bean song won't mean as much to you. First of all, I have three things to say before I start the story. One is, 30 years ago when I applied for this job at Washington High School, I did not tell them about this part of my background. After you hear the story, you will understand fully why. I might not be here. Maybe that would be good, but at least I did not tell them. Number two, to the several of my accelerated math students in this audience that have already heard this story, they have my permission to leave if they can't take it twice. I actually have some students who've heard it 3 times, and I have one set of students, including the 3 triplets plus Dee Dee Avery, that have heard it 4 times. And they're going to graduate, and that's probably the only thing that's going to save them from a 5th. The third part that I want to say before I tell you the story is that many of my fellow faculty members have asked me, even since Monday at our practice, that they were curious to know about the Bean story. They'd heard it, and they wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. And I'm supposed to be that horse, but I am only going to tell you the story because I'm the only one that can tell it. Now, this is a story. I'm not the I wish I could do the Dragnet theme. I'm not an actor for sure. But I'd like to do the idea of this is the truth and all that stuff about this is the facts and all that kind of thing, and I can't ham it up that way. But this story is true. It sounds like a lie. It would probably be a good story even if it were a lie. The worst thing about it is that it's true, and I really did do what I'm about to tell you. My wife said for several years that I really should never tell this story. And she's probably right, but she told me that after I told it too many times for that to take any effect. Okay, this is the story, and whether you believe it or not really doesn't make any difference, but it is true. I will ham it up a little bit, then we'll start. I do that on purpose. In my class, I do the same thing. Okay, this is the story. When I was 9 years old and knew better, but you won't think so, I used to take lima beans, and I would take a lima bean and I'd roll it around my ear and push it in, and then I would pull it out. I really wasn't trying to clean my ears, but I really don't know why I was doing it. But anyway, then I'd roll around my ear and push again and pull it out. And I guess just for kicks, but there was a lot better things to do than that. But I rolled around, pulled it out one time. One time I rolled around, pushed it too hard, and got it jammed in. Okay, well, being the intelligent 9-year-old that I was, and having plenty of lima beans in the house, I went to the cupboard and got a lima bean, and being right-handed, this ear got it first. But then with that one plugged, I couldn't really put it in because it wasn't too effective to roll around the other bean, so I used this one, roll around this ear, and pushed in, pulled out. Did that several times. One time I rolled around, pushed too hard, and stuck it in. Here I am, walking around like any normal 9-year-old kid, playing on the street, whatever it may be, with 2 beads in my ears, and I'm not telling, and I didn't ever tell. Okay? This next thing is gross. I say it anyway because it's probably appropriate at an activity like this. I even tell a class it's not as appropriate, but it's nothing I've seen. But I've always wondered why I didn't. And that is, why didn't I start taking lima beans and then rolling around here, and here? I really didn't do that. Okay. You may wonder, but at least I did not. Now, I've always said that if I'd have had 6 ears, 8, whatever, I probably would have plugged up all 6 ears before I would have stopped. 8, 10, well, whatever. But anyway, so here I am with my 2 beans in my normal 2 ears. Except for beans in here, they're not normal. But anyway, so this is in the summer of '44. I told you the summer because about 3 to 6 months later at school, they gave us a hearing test. It was October, November, it doesn't matter. But they gave me a hearing test, and I remember that so well. They put earphones over my head, they gave me a piece of paper, and they played a record, and they played 64, 82, 21, 6, 8, whatever it may be. And if you have very good hearing, you can write a lot of numbers. If you have normal hearing, you can write enough that they'll say you passed the test. And if you have 2 beans in your ears, you just don't write a whole lot because the sound waves won't go through those things. Okay, so I failed the test. Again, keep in mind this is true, whether you believe it or not. But I, of course, hadn't said anything about it, and they told my parents, and my mother made an appointment with the doctor, and so we went to the doctor one day, and we went to the doctor's office, and this is the part I remember as one of the best, and that is, when we got in that office, the doctor took that little instrument that has a little light, small bead of light that, you know, he sticks in there to look at things. And doctors have seen all kinds of things. People have put peas up their noses and nickels and pennies and whatever have you, put things in their ears. All kinds of things have been put in that don't belong in there, including lima beans. But anyway, he looked in my ear and saw something. Probably wasn't too shocked, because doctors see a lot of things that are not good, and that's one of them. But can you imagine his shock when he took that little light, went to the other ear, and saw the same problem? Now, you know, it'd be different if you do it once and you're smart enough to stop, which isn't too smart to do it the first time. But when somebody has the stupidity to do it twice, the doctor has reason to wonder what's going on. But anyway, the end is made, that's what happened. So, this part I remember real vivid. I don't know what to call it, but because I'm not a carpenter either, I can't do much of anything. But one of those things that drills holes in wood. Small, very small holes. Drill. Yeah. Okay, but I remember the doctor got that out. And I leaned over like this. I sat in a chair, but I can't because you wouldn't be able to hear what I say. But he took that thing and he drilled into the ear and broke the skin of the bean. I would turn over, it would flake out. He would put a little fluid in there, wash it out. He started drilling all over again. And one thing about it was pretty dry. I didn't wash my ears, so consequently he didn't have to worry about that part. It was solid. They hadn't started growing or anything. But anyway, so he finally got it out of both ears. Okay? And someone has suggested that one of the problems I have today, someone who thinks I'm weird, strange, whatever, thinks that maybe while he was doing that he slipped and went all the way through, and that's part of my problem. But anyway, okay, that's the bean story. The fortunate thing is that I still can hear. My son always says to me, has said it even this year, that sometimes I hear things I shouldn't hear, and then sometimes I don't hear what I should. And he always wants just the opposite. But anyway, I would advocate to you never, if there's no other moral to this story that's on a positive note, don't ever put anything in your ears. It's the stupidest thing you can do. I did it, and I'm fortunate I have my hearing. Now, the song. Back when I told this story for the first time in one of my classes, Mrs. Shea, I think Mrs. Shea was my student in accelerated geometry, and she was in the first class I think I told the story to. And in that class when I told the story, they thought it was funny, of course. I guess they did. They laughed, or at least they looked at me like I was crazy, whatever. But anyway, later in the year they came out with a record. And it may not, when you hear me sing what I'm going to sing in just a few seconds, you'll wonder how they could ever make a record. But of course, you've got to keep in mind I'm not the singer on the record. But they came out with a song called My Mama Said Not to Put Beans in My Ears. And it was on a 45 RPM. Somebody told me, I can't believe it, but I'll have to take their word at it, that it was on the top 40 in the Valley for about 2 to 3 weeks. After you hear it, you'll know why it didn't stay much longer. But it was a song, and I have a recording of it. One of the students, if you know Bob Cousins, and he has a couple brothers that are here now, but Bob Cousins' dad had the record, and I had said for several years the record was there. Some people didn't believe me. His dad had the record, so we recorded it so I could have it. But this is the song, the Bean Song. It's the shortest part of this, and with this I'll leave, and when you hear the song, I'll be ready to escape so you can't laugh too much at my singing. But anyway, this is the song, and I'll sing 3 verses of it. And really, these are the words. My mama said not to put beans in my ears, beans in my ears, beans in my ears. My mama said not to put beans in my ears, beans in my ears. What's that you say? I've got beans in my ears, beans in my ears, beans in my ears. Now what's that you say? I've got beans in my ears, beans in my ears. You can't hear the teacher with beans in your ears, beans in your ears, beans in your ears. You can't hear the teacher with beans in your ears, beans in your ears. Now for my encore that I know you want. There's one more verse. I saved it till last, and then I'm ready to leave, and then you'll be happy. But this is the last verse that I'll sing to you. Now, why would I want to put beans in my ears, beans in my ears, beans in my ears? Now, why would I want to put beans in my ears, beans in my ears? And if I ever figure out why I did that at that age, it'd be tempting to, or if you can help me, it'd be fun to try to write a book. It wouldn't sell, but it might be fun to write a book about why people put beans in their ears. And by the way, I do have several very ancient fragments of lima beans. If anybody's interested, they're very valuable, and I would be glad to give rid of them to you if you want. Thank you.
A little girl is always neat and proper in her seat. But after a long, hard, sleepy night, they're really not such a pretty sight. The morning routine is quite a scene. Let's watch it now behind the screen.
Get ready for this day today, okay? Oh, nice warm soapy washcloth will feel real good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel a lot better now. Yeah. Yeah, I even got my nerves linked there. Oh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it sure is nice to get up in the morning.
Yeah, you
get
just
up and get refreshed.
get all that sleep out of your eyes.
Oh,
You feel
yeah.
a lot
Oh,
better.
yeah.
Better brush our teeth. Get that fuzzy stuff off.
You know how it is in one way.
Yeah, feels real bad. Now I don't want to go the other way. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
It's always so
God,
refreshing
that's
to
gonna feel real good. I want to get my lips clean too.
But not my nose.
I think I'm gonna wash off again.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels better. Boy, life seems lovely. It's warm in here today. Oh, yeah. I think I better put my makeup on. Oh, maybe I'll brush my hair first.
Oh,
What'd you see?
a pimple.
Oh, no. That is awful.
Di,
Oh, if anybody saw you,
If
John
Hugh
saw you
Chase
like that,
saw me with a pimple,
I would just die. Oh, well, it's not that big a deal. I'm gonna comb my hair. I gotta get ready. It's getting late here. Oh, that's good. There. Oh, yes. I think I'm gonna try a new hairstyle. I'm gonna wear it forward.
have you seen some of those strange ones with all that glue in their
I
hair?
know it. And colors all over the place.
Kind of like ZZ Top.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna put my makeup on. It's getting late. I need a little bit of powder.
that will kind of set it for the rest of the day. Oh, Pat. Oh, Pat, look. Yeah, that feels much better. Pat, look, on my neck, I've got a hickey. Mother will just die. She'll never see it. Does it look okay now? Yes, that looks a lot better. Oh, Mother would kill me if she saw that. I bet she doesn't do that. I just hate the way some of them wear it under their nose. I know, it's really kind of broad on. Yeah. I just wear a little heart-shaped lips, just a little color.
I think I'll try some in my hair today.
There. How do I look? You look really pretty. Don't I look nice? Yes. Eat our breakfast. I don't think I'm really very hungry at all. Eat a little peanut butter. It's got a lot of protein in it and it's good for you. I just know it will be. I just want a little of this. I think I'm ready to change. I don't know about you. Now, what are we going to wear? I'm going to change because my nightgown here has gotten a little messy. Well, you know how Sandy is with her guest label and lace. I want to wear something nice, too. Where's my blue dress? I don't know. Well, let's get ready to go. Yeah, we better get going. It's getting real late now.
How'd you like that? How are we doing so far? I tell you, a lot of time has gone into preparing this show. Not so much on the entire staff, but there's a lot of people up in the tech booth up there, and there's a lot of people backstage that are not teachers, and they are students, and they have just done a heck of a job for us because they've made it just a lot easier. They've done a super job. Thank you, all of you. Okay, we got, whoa, here we go. Let's see, would you call this about a 10? Let's call this a 10, shall we? What's our next act, Kim?
The Robert Palmer Band.
The Robert Palmer Band. Here we go. Robert Palmer. At the next few acts here, we got a little rock stuff. I think most of you like that. Our next performer is one of the teachers who teaches health. You know who that is? Johnson. Mr. Vic Johnson. Ready? Go for it.
Kick it, Jeff!
Good evening. When I was little, I wanted to play an instrument, and my parents, when I was 7 years old, they bought me one of these. I'd like to play it for you for a little bit here. Listen. Then I grew up, and I was about 12, and I asked my mom if I could play another instrument, and she said, take the trumpet and take some lessons, and I said, thanks, Mom. So I'm going to play the trumpet for you. Then I went to college. And in college, some of my friends and I, we used to like to play. And we played the guitar. And we did something like this.
Okay, I got real curious. I've got the dictionary. You're too young, son. It must be an inappropriate word because it's not in the dictionary at all. I can't believe it. Well, I'll be darned. We still don't know what it is. Tim, are you... It's a 15. Next. See you later. I beat the curtain. How about that? Get past it. About, let's see, it's been probably close to 30 years ago. A young man recorded a song called Jailhouse Rock. Our next group is the Jailhouse Rock. God, I thought I was going to be run over by a herd of raisins. I would have been all squashed and wrinkled and old. What happened? We have to have another serious moment here. Sometimes special awards are due on the campus. And the next person out here is going to be Mr. Frankie, and he has a couple of presentations to make. Mr. Frankie, you're about ready? He'll be out in a minute. He's probably horsing around back there. You don't know what's going to happen here. You may think you know, but it's not what you think is going to happen. You want the raisins? Raisins?
Are you guys out there? Last night, this thing backfired on me. It backfired on me last night, but it's not tonight because I've taken special precautions. What we attempted to do is that, you know, you guys usually are the ones that end up on the bad side of things. I think it's only fair that the teachers reciprocate. And because I'm in trouble all the time anyway, I thought it might be appropriate that I could smoke one of your favorites. O'Connor, yes. O'Connor. Matter of fact, I asked Mr. O'Connor to be here tonight, and he came down ill, I think. But I have a couple of stand-ins, and I'm going to let you get... He sent you his place? This is the guy. This is the guy that snuck up behind me last night, so you guys, I want you to watch him, and I'll make him stand right there. Stand over there, Mr. Roger. You're not getting me twice. I'm going to pick some people, and I want you to make a decision, and I'll try to just pull some people out that maybe you can help me decide. Let me see. Well, how about... Okay. Janet from the front office. Where's Janet from the front office? Where's Janet? Excuse me, I'm running this show over here. Right here. Yeah, I'll try to make it couple, okay? How about Miss Smith? Miss Smith. You stay right there, Miss Smith on this side. Now, I think only to be fair, we need some representation from the administration, and seeing how Mr. O'Connor is not... Yeah, how many times has Thrasher hurt you people? How many times have you wanted to get a schedule change, and he said, I can't help you?
He's got it.
He looks the same as he does every day, doesn't he? Okay, this is how it works. It's gonna be your choice. Your vote will be widely received. Candidate, and we're gonna be an applause by noise volume. Candidate number 1. Candidate number 2. And are you ready? What are you hiding under that shirt, fella? Ah, this is fun. Candidate number 3. Okay, ladies, thank you for your time. Okay, now, if this guy moves, I want you to know, I want you to tell me, because last night, he played a little dirty trick. Matter of fact, Mr. Rogers, stand right there where I can watch you. I just happened to bring some help with me tonight. I'm going to enjoy this as much as you because I've tried to get some of you out of my class and he won't let you out. How many of you guys like his tie? Have you heard here at Washington High School that the administration is so busy that they don't have time to shower? I think maybe Mr. Thrasher might need some deodorant. Just a little round of applause to get that arm up, Mr. Thrasher. Oh! Can I have a pie pan, please? Hold this so I can stay right there.
Take it down.
Okay, now. You can tell me. Is that enough? No?
Hold the curtains. We don't want to have another fiasco with the curtains. Hold them. Okay, we made a little bit of mess there, as we always do with that one. Did you like that? Did you think the wrong person got it? I always wind up clean, isn't it wonderful? Okay. We have, I don't know, what is next on the agenda? Well, that's it. We're through. Oh, the coaches, yeah. Those retardos have to do something. So they're next. Here we go, the coaches shuffle. Hey, you can't take those away. They need those. Curtain.
Bring out the races.
Well, they call me DJ and I like to dance, moving my thoughts like making romance. All the girls chase me down the hall, but my heart's into basketball. I ain't saying that because I'm strange, I'm just glad we beat smoke for a change. I ain't here to cause no trouble, I'm just here to do the coach's shovel.
tonight. Watch us get funky, watch us dance. Better look now, it's your last chance. Tonight we came here just to party. Tomorrow it's back to Captain You Tardy. But we didn't come here looking for trouble. We're just here to do the faculty shuffle. Thank you.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly, 'cause we all have wings, but some of us